Five musical events divided into two. We have on Sundays music for the embassies, and that bring us music from all over the world because of the embassies. And then on Wednesdays we have our own program, which is divided into four categories. Kuwaiti music, we have about 8, and then we have Arabic music, that are about, again, 8. Then we have classical music, and we have others. And this covers just about all types of music, so nobody has an excuse to say that you're only classic or only Kuwaiti or only Arabic. So we try to cover, everybody's taste.
The audience at Dar al-Athar al-Islamiyya listened to the small yet largely effective band perform for the evening while expressing no less than joy and appreciation for country music. Many who longed to see a live performance of country music expressed their excitement. The presence of a young and gifted Kuwaiti musical artist who is a pioneer of rock music added special value to the event.
Americana is a genre of music. It's growing in popularity actually around the world. It's kind of a mixture of folk, country, blues, roots music, bluegrass, rock sometimes. But it molds or melds all those genres together. And kind of tells the story of common people. It kind of tells, the average working man or woman's story.
Well, I'm a musician here in Kuwait for a very long time, playing guitar, playing piano, and we're trying to spread joy and love through music all over Kuwait. So I hope you guys join us for the journey. Well, tonight is all about David Hanners. This is his show. It's the Americana Folk Show. I'm gonna be joining David for a few songs. I was lucky enough that I met David through music. We've played a couple of shows at cafes around Kuwait, so here we are, and he invited me to sing along with him for a song or two, and I hope you all like it.
With the ever-growing audience for live music, the El Yarmouk Cultural Center caters to the cultural arts whilst satisfying the passions of its guests. A fun, new, and exciting event of its kind, Americana Folk, from Dar al-Athar al-Islamiyya in Yarmouk. I'm Najla Sadiq, reporting to you for Kuwait in 30 minutes.
And coming up next, the Australian Embassy in Kuwait recently hosted a reception at the Jumeirah Mesila Hotel to mark Australia Day. Australia Day is celebrated annually on the 26th of January and marks the anniversary of the 1788 arrival of the first fleet of British ships at Port Jackson, New South Wales, and the rising of the flag of Great Britain at Sydney Cove by Governor Arthur Phillip. The reception was attended by members of the diplomatic corps, distinguished guests, and members of the press. Our reporter Ghinwa Jabbouri has more in this report.
Australia Day, which is celebrated annually on the 26th of January, is an occasion for Australians to reflect on the Australian history and to celebrate the rich and diverse multicultural Australia is today, and which has made it a beautiful, diverse and tolerant nation.
Yes, first of all, I'd like to congratulate the Australia Day. And Australia, as you are well aware, is one of the most beautiful countries in the world, with a particular emphasis on the green, clean, and the fresh country. So you are most welcome to visit Australia, and I wish to visit sometimes in the future to visit Australia.
because you know that Australia is a presence in the here and the Kuwait and also that Gulf region very important. You know that we are far away. Australia also the part of that Asian Pacific countries, but their connection with the people is very close. And they provided a very nice beef. They say that's OG beef, but compared to the Japanese Wagyu beef is better. Anyway, they are very that nice friend to Kuwait and very happy to attend this celebration.
His Excellency Warren Hawke, Australian Ambassador to Kuwait, delivered a speech in which he noted that on such international issues, Australia is very proud to work with Kuwait, who has led the world's generosity in its support to Syrian refugees, who is now supporting Iraq through hosting a reconstruction conference next month and is also now on the United Nations Security Council.
It is a happy occasion. We're here celebrating Australia Day. We've got a theme of clean, green and fresh, it is about Australian products. We've got the likes of Meat and Livestock Australia here who are showing exactly the kind of farms where our animals are from. You know when you get Australian products exactly where they come from. It's not just about our food though. We say clean, green and fresh. It's about our cities, it's about the wonderful tourism, the Great Barrier Reef, some of the places you can see in Australia and some of the places you can experience. So we're here tonight promoting that. We've got Qatar Airways who are about to start direct flights to Canberra, my hometown. So it's just wonderful to have so many businesses joining us, showcasing Australian products and what's on offer tonight.
The theme chosen this year to mark Australia Day was Clean and Green, which perfectly reflects Australia and what Australians pride themselves on.
The Australian Embassy in Kuwait hosted a reception to celebrate Australia Day. From the Jumeirah Hotel, I'm Genwa Jaburi reporting to you for Kuwait in 30 minutes.
The Youth Association of Kuwait held a presentation by a well-known Kuwaiti film director and featured elements of his work. There was an impressive presence of guests for the event and a great deal of interest shown. The audience included members of unions for performing arts, directors, producers, and special guests. Reporter Najla Sadiq brings us more in this report.
A night filled with talent and creative work took place at the Youth Association of Kuwait. Short films by the gifted and globally recognized filmmaker-director Ahmed Al-Khudari were screened for the audience. Attendees included directors, producers, writers, actors, members of the Committee for Performing Arts, and special guests. The films were magnetizing and thought-stimulating. Viewers at the end were given the opportunity to ask Ahmed Al-Khudari questions regarding his work, and references were made to members of his team who were also present in the audience.
I'm a filmmaker, I hope I achieved, I surpassed the amateur level, hoping that I'm going to the professional level, because I just finished my 6th short film, and this year I'm planning to go to feature film. My film, The Missing Part, it was a silent film, which gave me the advantage to go abroad, to participate in almost any festival, any language, because it doesn't need a language. It's an unspoken film, which, alhamdulillah, we were blessed that we won 13 awards, locally and internationally. That's about it. Most of them in Hollywood, in America itself. We won in Europe, in Korea, and in Kuwait.
The Youth Association of Kuwait is a valuable venue for guests to attend events they have special interests in and where they are able to communicate and gain knowledge of. Some guests expressed great happiness and enthusiasm for the opportunity.
We have a lot of opportunity here in Kuwait and a lot of support from government also. And we have a lot of talent from young people. About me, I have been start about from 2010. I have one feature film I produce it, and many short film we have done, and many commercial we already done before.
Okay, wonderful. Where can we access this kind of information about can we find your films when they're about to be?
It's already in YouTube, and stage32.com, and Facebook. You can search. Just type director Muhammad Al-Holi. You will find it.
Because I want to try, see what happening, what action or no action, or يعني لا يعني I love the action, like Ahmed Sa'a.
Members of the audience expressed their delight to engage in dialogue regarding filmmaking and participate in the live event. A lovely evening bringing together great minds and exceptional talent here in Kuwait. From the Youth Association in Khaldiya, I'm Najla Sadiq, reporting for Kuwait in 30 minutes.
As part of the 24th Grain Cultural Festival, a recent event entitled Animation Backgrounds Exhibition and Workshop recently took place at the Modern Museum of Art. The spectacle was organized by the Japanese Embassy in cooperation with the National Council for Culture, Arts and Letters, known as NCCAL. The event was attended by a huge fan audience of Shishiru Kobayashi, who is the artist behind the exceptional exhibition. The event was also attended by His Excellency Takashi Ashiki, the Ambassador of Japan to the state of Kuwait. Reporter Ghinwa Jabouri was there and has more details in this report.
A recent animation exhibition by the Japanese artist Chichi Kobayashi took place at the Modern Museum of Art. The spectacle witnessed a huge attendance due to the artist's prominent work and well-respected and resonating works.
So you know that he is at the kind of the first generation of making that industry of that animation in Japan. So nowadays, many pictures made by the computers. However, he is the one, everything made by his hand. So idea was packed in one paper. So you can see that only that piece of paper, that inside, that his expression. This is that originated in our society, Japan. However, it is quite amazing, interesting. Here in the Kuwait and the Gulf region, there are so many supporters, fans of the art, and even now that there are the creators emerging in this Kuwait. So therefore, I'm very proud. This is that originated Japanese art, however, now that internationalized, globalized, and we are expecting that the creator coming the Kuwait, going to that world.
The talented artist has worked in all styles of animation and is considered to be a leading artist in Japan. It would be safe to say that with his exceptional creativity, Kobayashi has developed a cultural phenomenon in the arts arena, gaining a huge fan base not only in Japan, but on a global scale.
He has different kind of, you can see very different kind of pictures he do. He do humans, but he do nice environments too, so I like him. Very interesting. Well, I think it's give you imagination, it give you things to think about too, and I think we need art in our lives to come out from the routine. Yeah, it's very important.
Some of the artist's notable animated works include Treasure Island, Angel's Egg, A Little Snow Fairy Sugar, Nobody's Boy Remy, Panda Co, Panda, and Tokyo Marble Chocolate. to name just a few.
An inspiring exhibition by a phenomenal and inspiring artist. From the Museum of Modern Art, I'm Genwa Jaburi, reporting to you for Kuwait in 30 minutes.
Well, this brings us to the conclusion of tonight's episode of Kuwait in 30 minutes. We hope to see you again same time next week. Our highly dedicated team of correspondents is constantly out in the field searching for reports that matter most to you. Thank you for joining us tonight and see you next week with more exclusive and entertaining reports. Have a good night.